At his grandfather's funeral, a young boy slipped a cell phone into his grandfather's jacket while the adults weren't looking. As the casket was lowered into the ground, the phone was buried with him. The boy did this as a way to stay connected, to express how much he missed his grandfather. That night, he even sent a text message to the buried phone. To his shock, when he woke up the next morning, he had received a reply. Panicked and confused, he ran to tell his father maybe Grandpa wasn't really dead. They had to open the coffin and check right away. But his father dismissed the idea, thinking his son had lost his mind. After all, the coroner had already performed an autopsy to determine the cause of death. His grandfather's heart had been removed for examination. There was no doubt he had passed away. As for the mysterious message, the father guessed it must have been a hacker playing a cruel prank, but the boy knew better. The reply had used a special coded alphabet, something only he and his grandfather knew. No hacker could possibly have guessed their secret. When he couldn't convince his father, the boy went to the cemetery alone. There, he called the phone buried in the grave. It rang for a long time, but no one answered. If Grandpa really was alive down there, alive enough to text, then why wouldn't he pick up the phone? Still overwhelmed with doubt and longing, the boy visited his grandfather's house, reminiscing about all the moments they had shared over the years. In truth, they weren't biologically related. The old man had no family, and the boy had no friends. But for 10 years, they had been each other's closest companions. The boy once asked him why, as a wealthy man, he had chosen to move to such a remote and poor village. Grandpa said that because he didn't know anyone here, no one would come asking him for favors. He was the kind of person who couldn't say no to anyone, so he moved to this quiet, remote place just to get some peace. But he had also promised the boy, if you ever need help, you can always ask. Was that mysterious message his grandfather's way of keeping that promise, even from beyond the grave? The thought both terrified and comforted the boy. Then one day, the boy became the target of school bullying. Upset and desperate, he poured out his pain in another phone call to his grandfather, never expecting the terrifying chain of events that would follow.